guys, welcome back. So now for us to create the holes that we are looking for, then the easiest thing to do is to determine the size of the holes you want. Now bear in mind that most people will not like it to be too open, while some will like it to be too open. So the holes could be circular, in a block form, in a diamond shaped form. So whichever one you deem fit is very much acceptable. So what I will do first is to bring a color gum and draft out the size of the hole of the opening I want to have. So I will first of all determine the opening size. So I want to have an opening of 3 inches. 3 inches opening, right? So what I will do is I will mark a baseline here and also mark a baseline here, 3 inches width and length. So I will draw the line straight this way and also draw this straight as well. So since I said I want to have a 3 inches opening, I will make a center line here, a center line here. Then from that center line, I will come down, I will get the midpoint of 3, that's 1.5 here. From that 1.5, I will use 2 inches width for the angular form. So the opening will not be too wide. So the width is 1 inch from here, and then 1 inch from here. Is still prone to adjustment if I find it to be a bit big. So I will connect this line to this point and connect this as well to this very point. Connect this as well to this point and connect this as well to this very point. So I think the opening is moderate. I think this size is very much acceptable, right? So I will cut. So like I do tell you, don't use your main scissors to cut color gums. Use different scissors. I will just bring out this shape. I will bring it out this way, and then I will cut round it. I will cut round it this way. I will cut round it this way. So this is the size of the opening we are going to use on the outfit. So now, since we have agreed to use this, now this is the body front block. This is going to be a gradual process. Don't be in a haste. So you try to transfer the openings on the whole outfit. So a pattern will be used where one line of the outfit will not be opened. The next line will be opened. The other line will not be opened. The next line will be opened. This is how we are going to fill this outfit with this shape of openings. So the easiest thing to do here is to use your gum stain and gum the whole of this. Now the gum stain will be the lightest one. The lightest gum stain is what we are going to use. So let's bring the gum stain to gum. So now I have brought the gum stain, right? So I will just place it on the other direction. Make sure you don't place it on the direction that you can easily tear it off, you know. So once you place this way, you try to cut it. So I will try to cut it all through this point. You can decide to use material gum on your own case, however, but I am using gum stain. Just use any adhesive that can gum perfectly. So once you are done with this, the first thing to do is to gum it first. Then I will start drafting the lines. So let me gum it and come back. Hello guys, so I believe by now you must have seen or watched the processes how we arrived to this very point. Now the next thing you will do is to bring lighter or any source of light or heat, and you have to trim off the hairs coming out from here. It's best to use lighter to burn them, or you can still cut them off if you want, but lighter will give you a better finishing. So cross check all the junctions, all the connecting points to make sure that the fabric heads does not fray. So when you have gotten to this stage, you are almost done with it. Then the next thing we are going to do now is to hold this down firmly on the main yellow fabric. That's after you must have used lighter to trim off the heads on the connecting points on each of these shapes. So when you get to this stage, I think you're almost done. Then use hemming gum to hold the sides. Use hemming gum to hold the side, and drop hemming gum at this point at random. Then use your steam iron and iron all through. Then after you must have done this, you will now start threading it. Now the threading is optional. If you can decide not to thread it, it's still very much acceptable, but to make it lap properly, you should also thread. But if you lap it very well this way, use hemming gum to hold some strategic points on the cloth. You might not need to thread it anymore, but make sure you use your lighter and burn the hairs coming on these edges if your own is having those fraying fabrics. So at this point, the next thing you're going to see will be the sewing tutorial or the scoupling aspect of this video, which will come as a different video. Thanks for watching, guys. I do hope you like it. Like, comment and share, and tell me how impactful this video is to you. And don't forget, this is Mr. Redefine Clothing Africa. Hello guys. Okay, so now you can see I have gummed it. You saw the process I underwent to gum it. So the next thing to do is to trim the edges. You trim the edges properly. Make sure you trim it nicely. Gently trim the edges. So once you are done with the trimming, you'll now start drafting the lines, which I showed you guys with the color gum illustration. So trim all of this, trim all of that this way. Trim all of this way. Gently trim it, don't be in a haste. The trimming will help you to avoid some mistakes if you are making it, because in drafting you don't need excess space. You need exact positions where your stitching will be. So now, the next to do is to start applying these measurements on the hole at the back. So now, on the neck region, you are going to give gap of 2 inches. Now, why are you giving this gap? The reason for this is to enable or 1.5 your piping to stay. You have to mark 1.5 inch off from the neckline, so that you don't encroach on the neck where the piping will be. Remember, you are still going to pipe this outfit with a yellow fabric. So after that, you can connect it with your freehand sketch this way. Once you have marked the range, you can now connect it with your freehand sketch. With your freehand sketch this way. So this will be the point where your neckline will be. So Now you have to also get the midpoint of this outfit. You also get the midpoint by simply folding it this way. Fold this point and get the middle line. Very, very important. So you have to get the middle line. So once the middle line has been gotten, then you open it up this way. Then with the help of your ruler, you re-emphasize. Give me the other longer ruler, so not straight. So you re-emphasize on this line to make it more visible. Make it more visible, right? This way. So this serves for the center of the outfit. So since the width of this is 2 inches, so you will mark 2 inches a line this way. Mark 2 inches all along this line. 2 inches all along. Then don't also forget the position of your chest locking. So my chest is 46. I will give room for that. So I will stop at 10 or 10.5. It's very much okay. 10 or 10.5 will be very much okay for us. Then still mark the same 2 inches all along this line. Very important. These measurements must be correct for you to get a perfect connections, right? 2 inches all along this line. Now still give room for your chest locking. Then once you connect it, you get the lines straight connected this way. Draw the lines all through. So this will be more or less a hectic part of the outfit, but you have to do it. So connect the lines as shown. So connect the whole lines. Make sure they are straight enough. Connect all the lines as shown. So you can decide to do this only on one side and leave the other side to be plain black. You can still decide to do the both. So we are doing the both. So you still mark the same lines as shown. 2 inches, right? 2 inches all through this way. So you make sure you get the same thing. 2 inches all through this way. You mark it all along this line. So still do the same connections. Do the same connections. Do the same connections from beginning to the end. So this is how you draw the lines. So the next thing is to put the other line. So since we agreed to have it to be 3 inches width, right? 3 inches. So remember that the down area here, we have a yellow strand at the down part. So we are going to give 1 inch gap from here, just as we gave 1.5 at the neck. So from this 1 inch gap, we now mark 3 inches. That's approximately 4 inches up. 4 inches up for the first line, but subsequently we will mark 3. So that is where the openings will come from. The 1 inch gap for the joining effects. So you have to make sure you consider all of these things this way. So connect it as shown this way. Repeat the same process all along. 3 inches all along. So I will multiply in threes. So this is 9. Let me start from the edge here. So 6, 3, right? And then 0. That's 33 inches. I will also mark another one. 9, 6, 3, 0, right? I will come here so that it will be faster. Let me do 12. 1, 2, 3, right? Okay, let me do 9. 1, 2, 3. 3, 6, 3, 0. Yeah. 9, 3, 6. So I will connect all across this way. 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 So if you follow the steps, it will give you a perfect finishing. I know there might be other ways to do this, which might seem to be easier, but this method is more professional and gives you a perfect finishing, right? So finish all of the lines from here. 3, 6, 9. So 3, 6, and 9. So connect all of this. Connect all of this. Connect all of this. But remember that the neck area will not be tampered with. And of course, the shoulder area as well should also not be tampered with. So now we have finished getting the boxes. Now it's now time for us to get the middle lines and now intercept. Or better still, you can use this and place as a gauge, to draw your lines. But however, there's still a method you can use to ascertain this movement. But I'm trying to be perfect so that I don't ruin the job. So you can still try to ascertain the perfect way, but let's do it one after the other. So the same way we did the first one is what we're also going to do here. So the first line here will be opened. So I'm trying to use these 2 dots, right, to mark the points. To mark the points. To mark the points where the lines will be opened. So I'm marking the points. So if I mark a lot of enough points, I can now decide to connect them at once. But let us go gradual. Let us go step by step and see what it looks like, so you don't get confused. Connect this to this. Connect this to this. And also connect this to this. Can connect this to this. So this is how you do your connection. So you have to do all of this on the whole boxes. So I will do that and come back to show you guys the results. Alright, so now you can see the process so far. So I tried to use the other method which I have been using to draft it originally. So trying to get the midpoints of all of this, so trying to get the midpoints of all of these points. So trying to mark the lines as shown. So this is 3 inches, so the middle is 1.5, right? Alright, so now I'm done marking the whole angle. So the middle line is where I will start from. So I will leave this middle line to have cover fabric, right? So the next line is what I will open. So what I will do now is I will have a notch here at this middle point. I will have a notch. I will create a notch here this way. I will create a notch to this point. I will create a notch to this very point, right? Then I will fold it this way, fold this way, fold this way, and also fold this way. So when folding, you have two options here. You can use hemming gum to hold this, or you use the uhu gum. But I'm going to use hemming gum because it's a male outfit, right? So this whole line, we have openings. We will cut it in this form. Cut in this form. Also cut in this form. So you also fold it this way. Fold this way. Fold this way. Fold all through this way. So this is how it will be moving. So let me cut like 3 and then show you guys the results. So there are different approaches to this. You can decide to cut one open, leave one closed, cut one open, leave one closed, just like that, right? But I want to have one line open, one line closed. That is the pattern I want to use. Then give me tablecloth. So when you bring your hemming gum, right, you place it under the foldings this way, and then you iron. You iron. You also bring another hemming gum, place under your foldings this way. You also iron. You can use the uhu gum to do this, but I don't want to use uhu gum because it's a male outfit. So I'm using hemming gum. I'm using hemming gum to hold them. Now this is a temporary measure, right? I will still stitch it. I will show you how to stitch it. So this is a temporary measure, just to create the holes, right? Just to create these holes in it. So be dropping hemming gum underneath. So make sure you hold it. Make sure you hold it firmly this way. I will show you guys the result, don't worry. I know we are eager to see the finishing. I know we are eager to see what it will look like. Just carefully do this. You will enjoy the results. So cut hemming gum in pieces. Be dropping it behind. So now let's take a look at what we have done so far. Okay, let's finish the last one here so we can see the a bigger look or a bigger view. So this is how you keep on opening the holes sequentially, right? This is how you open the holes sequentially. You don't have to be in a haste when doing this, so you have to take your time and do it. Open the hole sequentially this way. So for most of us who are looking for how to do this, I believe this video will go a long way to teach you guys how you can do this perfectly without having much challenges. Alright, so let's have a look at it. See the effect we are seeing, right? This is giving us that effect. So let us imagine the yellow underneath. So this is the yellow fabric that we use to place under. So when we take our time to open up all of this, this is the feeling that we are going to see. So I'll take my time and do all of this and make sure that these holes are being created in accordance to this. So I do hope you enjoy the video. Watch to the end and make sure you click on the subscribe button, give a thumbs up and comment as well and tell me how impactful this video is to you.